Welcome to Wild West Garage. And today I'm working on a 2014 ProMaster van. It's not something I really like to work on, but you know, I am a mechanic. I do have a auto repair business, and that's how I make my living, so that's what I'm doing today. 2014 Ram 2500 ProMaster with a V6 engine. I'm trying to replace the oil filter housing slash oil cooler, I guess it is. Anyways, there's two screws. Right, there's one right down in there. I think you can kind of see that, but because that's a tube and there's no drain on it, another one right over here, like I said, because that's a tube and there's no drain, like they could have drilled a hole down the bottom of it so it could drain. So over the last, see, what's that, 8 years, that has been getting water in it and it's rusted to the point where it no longer looks like that screw. There's no screw head left. It's just a big mass of rusted crap. So I can't get anything on there to drive it, and I don't know what I'm going to do at this point, but if I continue with this video, I guess I'll have to come up with a solution. This is not the regular Wild West Garage stuff. Actually, you know, this is how I make my living. I do auto repairs, so, but you know, who really cares? Alright, so I had to resort to drilling these bolts. And I've got one out right here. So you can see I drilled the head and it went off to the side. So then I made this tool here. It's just a bolt with a nail welded on the side of it, and I made a kind of a, it actually bent it, but made a kind of a little hook thing there, and that hooked into the, to where that's cut out there, and turned it out. Just put a socket on it. This was barely long enough. A longer bolt would have been better, but I managed to make it work by grinding the head down here a little bit. So anyways, yeah, so that engaged that part where it's drilled off, and out it came. And here's another thing I'm doing here. So it's pretty hard to get any real pressure on the drill bit holding it in your hand. So I've got this piece of wood here as a lever on the base of the drill, the back side of the drill, and up against this bracket here, and that's working really good. On the other one, I levered off of that right there. And on this one, I'm going to be a little more careful, or try to be a little more careful, and keep checking my progress. I was checking my progress on the other one, but I mean, it's hard to tell where you're going down in that hole. It's not easy to see if you're on center or not once you start drilling. So just using a magnet to pull the shavings out. Another thing I did was I pushed this AC line back and up a little bit here, just to give myself a little more room for the drill. I wasn't quite getting in at the right angle, so I just, you know, you got to be careful. It's bendable, it's aluminum, but you know, you go too far and you're gonna break it and you're gonna have a leak. So you know, just be careful. So I successfully unscrewed the second bolt, and I can't get it out of there because it's captured on this. You see how it's got this square hole, so the threads get captured in there. This is kind of binding, but it is unscrewed from the lower manifold, so I'm not going to worry about trying to fish it out of there. It's just a little bit too aggravating. I'm already aggravated enough. Nice rat's nest. So this one screw here, so this one screw right here, see that? It rusted and broke off. And I don't know how these screws can break like that, or how they can get rusted in like that, because they're just I guess if this rusted, it would expand and grab the plastic really hard. So anyways, now I got to deal with that. Hopefully I can grab that with a vice grip and peel it out of there. So here's what I see as a solution to this problem. I've drilled holes in the side of this tube so that any water that gets in there can drain out. I drilled the hole a little high the first time, so that bottom hole is the one it's the right level. It's right where the head of the bolt seats inside the tube. So now when the water goes in there, water gets in here, you can drain out. Simple solution. So the next guy that has to go at this thing won't have a problem 10 years from now. Hopefully. I hope that is helpful to all you ProMaster do-it-yourselfers, even professional mechanics. So thanks for watching. Catch you next time.